So let me ask you
Yeah.
this then, because what's really getting me, and I don't know if this is how you always have it, you only have two scenes, sir.
Yeah.
Is this how it is all the time?
Pretty much. And yeah, I was hoping that we would get into this. And typically, I'll have, for the most part, I'll have 3 to 4 scenes, but I only use really two. And this is for this particular show on Fridays. I have the golden boombox look, and then I have the zoom in, which is what I just did right now, where we come into the screen itself, and then you can kind of pull back away. And the reasoning for that is I just wanted to have that feeling of zooming in to see me up close and personal if I'm showing off a record, or people just I want to have more of a conversation with folks versus have them take in the whole entire scene. So that was the first thing I wanted to do, was make it dynamic and kind of immersive. But within each of these scenes, I got a gang of sources, and I'm talking, probably 50 to 60 sources. And the way that I trigger these things is, of course, you can connect them to redemptions, to where, let's say I'm playing some gangster rap or something like that. Somebody can enable the bandana skin, which it overtakes the golden boombox and turns it into a blue bandana. So all that stuff is completely powered and triggered by the audience.
Wait.
So a lot of
Show me the bandana again. See, how are you doing it's a bleed effect. How are you doing that?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys can see the flyout menu when I right click on a source. Can you? No?
No.
Okay. Because I'm just sharing the window.
I think that's where
I'd have to share the entire screen.
Is.
Yeah, well, one second real quick. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to stop sharing the window, and I'm going to try to share the entire screen.
Okay.
There we go. So this should work. Can you guys see that?
Give me 1 second. I'll grab it. It should be the same, right? No? Okay. Let's try. See, that's one thing they got to kind of fix. Like, the screen share should be the same URL.
Right.
Take note.
And I got a comment. I got a comment on my side in my stream from Ali, J203. She says, to G-Class's point, we can tell you put a lot of time and care into your visuals, Jace. And it's true, but the more you do it, and G-Class has bared witness to this before, where we're going over an idea and he's working on something and I'll lend some advice. And he's like, yeah, but that's going to cost a lot of money, take a lot of time. And while he's saying that, I cranked it out like in 5 seconds.
Exactly.
And he's like, but I do this all day, every day. And I don't just do it for fun. I do it for money. So I've been sharpened by some of the crudest, the worst clients you'll ever imagine, from Nike to, Columbia Records to P90X. I was part of the first branding team that did that workout program back in the day.
Wow.
I've been
really
under the gun. Oh yeah. But I've been under the gun to where I had to work quick. And the thing about, you know how it is, the more reps you do, the more it becomes muscle memory. Mm-hmm. So when I'm in it and I have an idea, I can almost forego using the sketchbook. I can just get into it because I know all the tools and I know what I need to do to make something happen. So I guess the point of that is practice and imitate. You need to imitate. You made a comment earlier, G, about, yeah, the stuff that I do, though, other people can replicate it. Somebody else has already got that, because I'm not really, I'm not artistically doing things. I'm just moving pixels around and using fonts and, clip art or stock videos. That's how it starts. Always starts that way, because then you start doing that, you get used to it. You might even get sick of it to a point to where you're like, you know what, I think I could do something better. And then you start to turn on your own. And it goes from imitating to emulating. And once you start to emulate, boy, that's when you had that moment of like, aha, I found my style. I found my funk. And then just keep following that. The problem is most people will end up getting comments from their peers, either negative or sideways, and they second guess their ability or their pursuit. It's no different than growing a beard for men. You start to grow a beard, your homeboy's like, oh, what, someone growing a beard now? What are you trying to become, a lumberjack? And you get embarrassed and you stop trying it. And it takes a while for that beard to grow. But if you just hunker down and get it done, Sooner or later, you have a beautiful beard. And if not, you realize it's not for you and you move on. But you never know unless you really lean into it. And that's what I've been doing for damn near 22 years now professionally. So all this stuff, from these interactions to all that stuff, just comes from years and years of training. But to our point a moment ago, step back to that. Can you see this fly out?
Hold on. Let me go back.
Cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Sweet. So you were asking, how do we get this bleed effect? And again, this is something that I gave you as far as advice back in the day when we first started linking up. I was telling you that I felt all your visuals, your voice, your cadence, your shows are tight-knit. It's great. Where you could improve at is the realism of what's going on your stream. So let's say that you are in front of a brick wall and it's a green screen. You have to think realistically. Go outside and look at yourself against a brick wall in whatever type of lighting situation. If it's a nighttime or an afternoon, use a reference model. You got to use references and take a look at how the light hits you and hits the wall. And I noticed in the beginning, you were very bright, but your background was kind of dim. So you have to play with the color overlays or the color corrections. You know, play with the contrast, play with the brightness, get it to where it feels realistic. There's a guy on Instagram, shoot, his name escapes me right now, but I'm sure you've seen him before. He uses green screens to insert himself in popular movie clips. And he adds like comic relief to them. Have you seen that cat?
I've seen a few people like that. Yeah.
Some of them are whack because you can see the green outline and, you know, they look grayish and kind of like pale. You have to turn that up. Don't ever expect to right click something and for it to end up being perfect. You need to turn the screws on that. It's no different than what I'm talking about with my golden boombox, the actual box itself, making it look weathered, making it look rough, you know, and shiny in certain areas because the light's hitting it a certain way. You know what I mean? So no different from this overlay with the bandana. I want it to spill into it. So I have to think, okay, well, what type of transition would give that effect? So you right click, you go to show transition. Yeah, if you click on Luma wipe, that's going to give you a whole nother set of options. Mm-hmm. Everything from, you know, fan, the classic star wipe that you see back in the day in the 60s and 70s. Barn door, where, you know, your seam will actually split in half and peel away. And what I believe I used was Sinus 9.
Okay.
There's also Cloud. Cloud's another great one. But you're trying to think of, the point I'm trying to make is that you want to look at, you don't just want everything to fade in and fade out. You don't want things to just slide in and slide out. Certain things like a lower third, and by lower third, I mean like if, you know, you have a guest or a host's name coming out of the corner, kind of like on a TV show, you know, there's like a lower third ad. It comes in tastefully and it's usually, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it does that in respect and in a similar cadence or style as the show, or it should. So you always have to think that way. Does it belong here?